All right, everybody, welcome into what's today? Tuesday, January the 12th, 2021. And what a day it has been already. I've gone to the evil city of Atlanta, but it was okay. The little Siri thing, she took me the back way to get to the interstate, but then coming back, we had to get on the interstate, and that's where all the traffic was. So apologies for getting started late today. They took little fat baby back, checked her eyes, and we have a little eye surgery coming up on next Thursday, on the 21st. So be glad to get that over with. She's got one of these little wayward eyes. It kind of goes here and goes there, just like Emma had. Emma had the same thing. So not much to get worried about. We'll get that taken care of and she'll be fine. All right. Making sure everybody's okay. I'm going to log out of Thinkorswim because it looks like it's running slow. And you know, really you should do that, I guess, every day. You may just keep yours going. But the cool thing about today is that even though I was in a doctor's office with my 4-year-old, at the same time, I was able to trade. And I was trading away. So if you have an internet connection, if you got an account, if you got the little cell phone, I got the iPhone. If you're an Android person, I'm sure you can trade on the Android as well. And set your little self up and be ready to go. Let me close my Thinkorswim. And let's get back into it so it won't be so buggy. So I hope you've all had a great, great day. And what I'd like to do while I'm logging into that is just kind of log in 2 of my trades that I did while I was at the doctor's office. So let's see. I did them on my phone. I have 2 filled orders today. Oh yeah, here's what I did. Let's go to the commodities tab. And you see I've got on the bonds and I've got on gold and I had on the put in the, oh, there's that ferocious dog again. Hold on a minute. Let's get everybody muted so we won't hear Fido in the background. I bet you that's a Chihuahua. Whose dog is that, by the way? That thing sounds ferocious. Beth, I'm not embarrassing anybody. We're all friends here. Beth says I'm probably embarrassing y'all. I ain't embarrassing y'all. Let me do it here. Okay, James is with us. Ken is with us. Dwayne is getting in. Matt is here. Jolly, did I mess you up with your boss today, or you taking a later lunch? What's happening?
Just sitting at the desk.
Sitting at the desk. Are you acting like you're working or what?
Precisely what I'm doing.
Okay, then we will not. I'll not be too loud. You probably got me in some headsets or something, so that's fine. But glad to have you with us, even though it's a later session. Let's see if I can get back into my Thinkorswim now. Yeah, but I put on that bond trade. Remember the other day I sold the put into bonds, and it's just going against me. So I was down like 80-something% today, and I'm like, you know what? Dang it, I need to fix this trade a little bit. So I sold a call. So let's see what that looks like. So under the bonds, let's record it. ZB, the bonds. I am a Johnny One Lot trader. I sold the 174 call. 174 call. And so that's a short call. That's my strategy. And the delta on it, I think, is around 10. That's what I like doing on my commodities. How many days to expiration was that? That is at 38 days. I entered that today on the 12th. And the price for it, you know, I don't even know how to quote these little ticks in this, but I'll just put it 0.11 is what I put in there. And this one you have to kind of calculate yourself. But for that, I took in a credit of 100. Now watch this. I want you to show this. Y'all, let's go to the weekly premium. You see, here's where I'm at. I've sold $178, right? I'm 10% done for the week. I've got $1,500 more premium to sell for the week, and I've got $503 left to go today. But let's wait and see what happens when I put this trade in. So remember that. I received a wonderful credit of $169.78. That's what we do. We sell. We bring in credit. All right, now watch. I put that in there, right? So go back to the weekly premium tab. Check it out. That went from 500 and something to down to $333. Okay, so now I'm at 20% of the premium that I've needed to sell. All right, so that one's done. I did another trade. Let's go to the equities tab. This is a little real estate deal that I like putting on sometimes. It's O, just O, not zero, but O. So it's a real estate little trust thing. And I did Johnny one lot on that. That was my wife sneezing. I apologize if it scared any of your animals at home. I sold that. Let's see, first of all, that was the 50 put. Sold the 50 put in there. Let me go ahead and get my Thinkorswim getting back up so I can copy that. Got a Band-Aid on my finger where I've got a hangnail. And I can barely type. Let's see, cram. Let's see if this was. Hold on, if I can remember how my password is. I'm gonna have to take that Band-Aid off. Y'all pardon me just for 1 second. I'm gonna take this Band-Aid off my index finger with that horrible hangnail. Logging in. Here we go. Had Arby's to eat on the way back. America's roast beef, yes sir. Good old Atlanta company. I believe it's an Atlanta company. If it's not, it should be. The old beef and cheddar with the extra red ranch sauce. Oh, with Arby's sauce, man, there's nothing better. I was proud of myself. I did not have a French fry, but I will not tell y'all what I did have for dessert because I shouldn't have had that. All right, so we're logging into Thinkorswim. But let me finish the rest of the details here. I sold, I think it was about a 16 delta, maybe a 20 delta on that one. The days to expiration on my old trade was 66 days. Why did I go out 66 days? I entered that trade today, so 112.21. How much money did I collect? I got 60 cents for that. Now this one will automatically calculate what I brought in. So I brought in another $59.45 into the store, y'all. Did I have to advertise to sell that? Nope. Didn't have to do anything. Go back to the weekly premium tab. What do you see? Now I'm at 23%. Look at this. So for this week, I've sold $407 worth of premium. Only got $1,296 to go. And to keep me on track, I need $274 more premium to sell today. All right, now let's go to here and let's grab that old trade so that my spreadsheet will keep up with it. Type in O there, and we'll find the option in the options chain from the trade tab. Did I type in O or 0? What is that? O. Here we go. Realty income, corp com, whatever. Here I am, 66 days. This is my option. So I go anywhere on that line where that option is, and I'm gonna right click, and I hit copy, and we paste that leg into the spreadsheet. Spreadsheet comes up. We go back to the equities tab, and I right click. Paste. Now the pricing info will feed in from the Thinkorswim into my spreadsheet. There we go. So right now I'm down. Yeah.
Can I ask you a question about, not so much about your trade, but I've been trading that for the last 3 or 4 months, since about October.
Yeah.
And I started out selling puts just like you did.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, I eventually discovered that that's got monthly dividends. So
Yeah,
if you actually have the stock, you're going to get a little cash, about 23 cents, well, 23 bucks per 100 shares every month.
I like it.
So I kept rolling out my short puts until I eventually got assigned, um, oh, in this last cycle anyway, with at 60 bucks a share. So I don't remember what it was when I sold the call against it, but I sold a 60 call, and now that January 60 call has very little extrinsic value left. Excuse me. So what I'm thinking, well, I've already done this, but I want to get your opinion on it. I rolled the 60 call down and out to February to the 57.5. That's about, well, that's a little above where O is trading now. What do you think of that trade? Would you have done it differently? What would you have done?
Well, let's see. I mean, so if you rolled it down, that means the price of this puppy's been going down a little bit, right?
Yeah, it went down. Well, it's down like 3 or 4% today.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I think you that was a great move to make. Absolutely. I mean, you closed the one that you had. You were able to roll for a credit, I'm sure, and
Yeah.
yeah, keeping that dream alive. So you now own the stock, right? So you're going to get your monthly dividend. I love it. I mean, isn't that great? So what's the dividend been paying? About what'd you say, 23 cents?
23 cents.
Yeah. I mean, I like that. What are we talking about? My mind's going blank. Oh, let's see what O's done in a chart. Look at this, y'all. Oh, this is a daily. Look at this. Man, is anything snazzier than that? Wow, I like it. It's not moving a lot, and like he said, Dwayne's saying, look here, dollar sign, dollar sign, dollar sign. Here it is, 23 cents, 23 cents, 23 cents. It's beautiful. That's it. And look, guys, if I sold a put on it, so it's down today. You can see that, right? We see that it's down today. So I just looked at it, and this is one of the stocks that I look at a lot, and I like putting a trade on. So I said, hey man, the thing's down today. It's a great time to sell a put. And what happens if I get assigned? Well, I'll take ownership of those shares, just like Dwayne was talking about, and I'll make me $23 every month, every month, every month off of that. And it's all about reducing basis. I used to not understand what Tom Sosnoff said when he was, he'd be talking about if you're interviewing your financial advisor, what questions should you ask him? And he said the question you should ask your financial advisor is, what are you going to do to help me reduce basis? And if you ask that to a financial advisor, what are they going to tell you? They're going to tell you, I don't know. I mean, they don't know what you're talking about. But what we're doing here is by taking ownership of the stock or doing it in a wheel, you're doing that in a way that you're putting yourself in an advantageous position. You're collecting a little dividend on something, and you're selling puts, to get long to stock. You're selling calls, maybe calling it away, but the whole time, the cost basis, your investment in that stock just keeps going down, 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 down. It's a beautiful thing, y'all. Don't tell anybody. Y'all hush up about this, right? That's a beautiful little strategy. I mean, it really is. Now, is that the only strategy we use? No, that's not all we do. We do a lot here, right? But the wheel or selling puts is a big, big part of what we do. I mean, that's great, Dwayne. I mean, I'm really proud of you on that trade, and I can see why you like it. I don't know anything about real estate. I don't know anything about its holdings. All I know, hey, that puppy's pretty constant, and it was down a good bit today, so it was a great day to sell puts. Beautiful. All right. where did I get to? So I was logging in trades. So we've got everything logged. So now the next step you do after you make sure you get all your trades in there, because when I was coming home from Atlanta, I go, I've got to get close to my spreadsheet so that I can enter my trades. Hey, what the devil, y'all? Sweet Bobby spreadsheet 2021 fixed. Did I not enter my stuff from yesterday? Oh, this is freaking me out. Look at this. Where's my 111 stuff? I thought I put 111 in here when we were all together yesterday. Did I not do that? Wow. Okay, maybe I just did that for the 9th. Gosh, I skipped a day. I hate skipping days. All right, well, let's get into days. You do this every day, y'all. Oh, 21. Every day. Let's see how much money we got. What's the old net lick today? Come on, baby. It is. Uh-oh. Y'all ain't going to believe this. 027.77. Let's see how much up we are from yesterday, or from the 9th. Y'all, look at this. We up 81.30. That is priceless enough for me, isn't it?
Well, we're moving on now. We're moving on up to the side. To a deluxe apartment in the sky. We're moving on up to the side. We find.
Now, really though, I mean, don't watch your net lick that closely. You're going to have ups and downs, right? So, I mean, right now, if we look at our net lick from where we began this year, on the 4th, we're up 1% after a week and 2 days. It's pretty darn good, right? Now, we can be down or up, so we don't watch that too closely. But let's look at our Greeks and see if we are in the ballpark of where we need to be. On this page, you're going to enter the stuff on the blue columns, okay? Just the 4 blue columns. So we're going to get our weighted delta. So on the monitor tab, make sure you go to position statement, type in beta weighting, because that means a lot. You want it beta weighted to SPY. So that means my delta, because I've been selling all these puts, y'all, negative 8.59. I still have negative deltas. Negative 8.59. Look at that. Gorgeous. Then we're going to enter my sweet, sweet theta. That should be up because I've been selling stuff. Oh my gosh, y'all. I'm at 86.35. I'm an overachiever. Look at this. 86.35. How does that look? Come on, give me some green, baby. Yep, we're green again. We want that to be your theta percentage as a percentage of your net lick to be at least 0.10 and no higher than 1%. I'm at 0.2. I am living large. I bet my negative Vega has gone up though. Negative 48179. That's okay. Negative 48179. Now let's see if I've overdone myself on my buying power. If you sell extra stuff and don't close things, your buying power usage is going to go up. So let's look and see. My buying power is right here, right hand column, 17,584. Let's say 17,584. Let's don't go over. Let's don't go over 35%, because that would mean I'm a little bit too, oh, crud ball. I'm at 39%. How do I know that I'm over? Well, I'll go over here and look. I probably need to have this color coordinated to give you a red if it's bad or a green if it's good like we do over here. I could probably do that easily. But it says if VIX is between 20 and 30, I should be at 35%, right? I'm at 39%. So based on what VIX is, I'm taking a little bit too much risk, okay? And if you go to your action screen, it'll say, do I need to adjust my buying power? Yes, Bobby, you are over. How do you do it? You need to close positions. And remember, I set this up in case I die so that Beth will know what to do, and it basically tells her just to trade. Beth is only going to trade the micros once I pass on to Glory, okay? That's all she's going to trade. She ain't going to be trading this gold and all this other stuff. I'm going to keep it simple for her. So it tells her specifically which ones that she should be closing. But
hey, Bobby.
Yeah.
Sorry. Do you ever adjust because you have too much negative Vega?
No, not really. I don't adjust because of Vega. Because here's the thing that I found, Rick, and that's an excellent question, is that if I can keep the other two things in line, and that would be if I can keep
your delta and theta,
my delta and theta in line, then my Vega is going to be manageable. Okay, so I do have a couple of things. I have a Theta Vega ratio. It says an ideal ratio should be 0.2 or above. Well, that's going to always be a negative number. I should change that to say -2 or whatever. So it's a negative 18. So, I mean, that's fine. Delta to Vega, you want to have 1/2 your deltas to your Vegas, and that's what comes over here, Rick, to the side, is you'll see P. Actual column P says I should actually be short deltas if I'm going to keep that tasty trade metric of 1/2 -1 deltas to -2 Vega, right? So it says I need to add 232 negative deltas to the account to keep it in line. Again, we're in a bull market. I'm not following column P, but I leave it there just to know that, hey, I should be a little short. But I actually go by Q, which tells me how to adjust my deltas. So if everything else is in check, if my deltas are in check and it says no adjustment, and my theta and my buying power are the two big things, if they're in check, then my Vega will most certainly be manageable.
Cool. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, and that was easier to see. A lot of times I'm a one-trick pony. I just like trading the ES, SPX, and the micro E-minis. And when you do that, the Analyze tab is fabulous on Thinkorswim. It'll show you your combined account. But with all this garbage that I've got in the account now, I can't really see an account-wide, version of what my risk is. But I know Theta is a measure of risk. If you have too much Theta in your account, people go, Theta, 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 I love it. Remember, we're going to get a Theta. When I retire one day, I'm going to get Theta tattooed on my left butt cheek. And when I do that, it's not because I want too much Theta. I just want, that's why I'm not putting it on the right butt cheek as well. I'm just putting it on the left. You don't want too much Theta, right? So Theta's a good thing, but you don't want to be over 1% of your account. I'm at 0.2%. I am golden. I am at a golden place, but I am a little, I'm a little busy on my buying power. I should be at 35 max. So it's telling me, Bobby, technically, you need to take some risk off the table. Well, let's go back to the statement now. Let's go to my account. I mean, we're having a great year so far, right? I like to sort these things by my P&L percentage, and I know that I have a couple of things that are coming off this week. Chewy, I bet against Chewy. Why I did that, I have no idea. It's an in-out spread. It's at a max loss right now. I'm losing $261 on that. I should have never made that trade. It's not taking up any buying power. The IWM is an in-out spread that I did. I'm at 100% loss on that. It's not taking up any buying power, so those don't help me to close it. What are my other, you can do this by buying power. My gold trade is taking up a lot of buying power, isn't it? But my gold trade is, it's gold. Look at this. I'm up $80 today. I'm up $150 on that one trade. Let's see, ZB. Now we're using about 3,000. So my futures are certainly taking up the bulk of my buying power, just those two. Then we have Microsoft. I sold a put in Microsoft. Down a bit on that. Let's see, how many days do I have on that? 17 days, right? What else could we close? XLK is at 45%, using $2,000 in buying power. Let me sort by percentage here, see where that gets. Oh, that's my top baby right there, 45%. But that would almost put me back into a great place with my buying power, right? So, those are the decisions you have to make. This is portfolio management, guys. This is what the big dogs get, paid for managing the big hedge funds, is you're making these decisions. What should I close? Should I keep that open, the XLK position, with that, or should I take that risk off the table and get my buying power back in line? Man, I'm up $33 today. Let's see what our close signals say on XLK, shall we? Let's do that. Let's pull it up and see if we're getting any extra signals on that. Let's go to our equities tab. XLK. That's my oldest trade on the board. That was a rolled position. see what kind of close signals I'm getting. I'm just getting this close signal. Now, why aren't I getting, oh, I know why. Hold on a second. I'm not getting any of these. It's not pulling that one in. Oh, I see. It's not pulling in the current day price, is it? Because that must be a strangle, is that right? No, it's a short call. Let me pull it up. Hold on. Y'all help me do my little behind the scenes bookkeeping here. XLK. Let's see what that's at. Here's my position. It's got 17 days. Let me right click on that and just, I'm going to copy that. Copy, 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 copy. Now let's paste it into our spreadsheet. Oh, I see. I did an option name to let me know that it was rolled. So let me paste that there, and let's see what that one's doing. All right, now it should pull up our current day price. And it pulling up my current day price because I don't have a formula there. No problem. If you don't have a formula there, go down, copy one where you can get it, pull it back up here, and it should now give me the price of that. There we go. Ask D3, toss, ask Excel. There it is. So the profit or loss on the open, let me go drag that up here. And if your spreadsheet does the same thing, this is good for you to see, so you can say, oh man, my formula's not there for some reason, so I got to go and paste the formula in there. So my current profit on that is 75%. There we are. We're at a 43% gain. Now it's giving me some closing signals in it. It's giving me a 30% close. It's giving me a 40% close. The auto close signal will fire up anytime your position is under 21 days. Okay, so based on that, you would close it. What was the number of days initially? Here it is, DTE 30 when I put it on. So now I've been in that trade for 13 days. I mean, it's 17 days. It's probably at a point that it does need managing. And it's at a tasty trade optimum close, which means it's made more than 30% in so many days, or more than 20% in so many days, more than 30% in so many days. So I've got several signals here that are telling me that I can close that. What I wish I had in front of me is how much I lost on that previous position, because I rolled this in order to correct a losing trade, right? And I want to make that whole again. But here's the cool thing. This is profitable. So I think I'm going to take it, and we actually may roll that out to another month. Let's just see what it looks like. Let's close this puppy. Let's manage our account. Let's get things back in order so my spreadsheet won't be mad at me. So let's go create closing order somewhere here. Right click, create closing order. Going to buy it back at 97, but let's try 95. Praise the Lord. Here we go. Let's see if we can get 95, because we're cheap, we're greedy. Boom. Always try it, y'all. Always try it. So we got filled at 95 cents. So let's go pull it up and record that. Now, remember, let me go to weekly premium and show you this. It shows so far our profits we've made this week, y'all, is $41.90. That barely paid for my Arby's lunch today, right? So that ain't too good. So remember, $41.90, but now let's go and enter this trade. We got closed at 95 cents. So put that current day price. You want to replace the 0.97 and actually type in 0.95, right? And also make sure now that you're taking out that option name, because we closed that, don't need that anymore. It just takes up space and slows down your spreadsheet. So we go across and we say we exited the trade on 1/12/21. So it'll say, hey, you were in that trade for 13 days. You made $78.22. That drives me nuts that ain't formatted like the rest of them. Let me send that over to the right side. There you go. So let's go over, put my note here, and I've got some pre-written notes. This was a tasty trade optimum close, right? Tasty Trade Optimum close. And now let's take this whole little booger and let's make it green, because that is a nice little profitable trade. Color it green with the bucket. Now then, let's see what my little buying power is now that we're out of that trade. Now we are at 15,293. Go back to your spreadsheet. Go back to Greeks and ratios. Change that buying power to 15,293. Let's see, we're going to get the Jeffersons again. Oh, we're moving on up. Look at there, y'all. 35%. I am right where I need to be as far as my buying power by taking that off. Let me show you a couple things, because this is where the spreadsheet does really cool things. Go into your weekly premium. Remember, we had made $40, just enough to go to Arby's? Baby, now we got $120. We headed to the Red Lobster and the Cheddar Bay biscuits. $120.12. My premium capture is 29.5. Let's look at the projections. Let's dream a minute. Let's see how we're doing over here. Premium capture on my closed trades this year is 40%. We are projecting a $35,000 profit. If we keep going like we're going, and we're having a great year so far, we're going to make 81% return. We're going to make $689 of profit. I have sold $27.66 in premium, and my total profits this year are $653.20, which is what we made last week, $533.08 plus the $120.12 today. Now let's go to the action tab. Watch this, how cool it is. Remember a while ago it said you needed to adjust your buying power. Now what does it tell me? Do I need to adjust it? No, Bobby, you good. You good, baby. You are fine as a fiddle. Don't do anything. So it's very, very cool, y'all. But it does still say that I need to sell $275 of premium for the rest of the day. Do I have to do that? No, because I probably don't need to, because I'm at my maximum amount of buying power. So what else could you do? Well, I could take off my silver trade, right? I mean, you see, it's like an onion, man. We just keep pulling these things off, and the ones that are going against us, we don't let them go too far. And all of a sudden, you start seeing this premium come into your account on a daily basis almost. And it's almost like magic. Now, it doesn't mean we don't lose. It doesn't mean we can't have bad days. But overall, this premium that you and I sell on a daily basis, it comes back to us. We anticipate that what we sell in premium, we're going to retain 25% of that. Go to your weekly premium tab. Here it is. It tells you your current net lick. It pulls it up automatically. You tell it how much you want your yearly returns to be. I said, hey, I want to make a 50% return today. I mean, I want to be out there, man. And it says, okay, Bobby, if you do 50%, you're going to make profits of $22,000. What's your expected theta retention? Well, I think we're going to keep 25% of it. Okay. How do I get that number? That number comes from Tasty Trade Research, which says if you sell $1, you're going to keep 25% of what you sell, including your losers. So on a yearly basis, I have to sell $88,000 of premium. Divide that by 12, I got to sell $7,338 premium. How much have I got to sell a week? $1,707. How much per day? $341. And today's Tuesday, I should have sold Monday's $341 plus another $341, and it's rounding or something here. So I should actually be at $683, and it's saying you're short. But am I really short? No, not really, because I maxed out my buying power. And this is where you, as a business person, have to make your decision. Well, am I going to violate one of my principles of going over my buying power, or am I going to ignore buying power and just go with my premium selling thing? I mean, that's your decision, okay? That's your decision. What I like doing is closing them, taking some profits. Oh, it's not 50% yet. Well, no, but let's see how good that silver trade has performed. I don't think we've been in it that long. Let's look at it. Let's go back. Now, silver is not under commodities because my commodities tab just has the futures, right? If I was doing /SI, silver would be here. But SLV, the silver ETF, is under equities. And we entered the silver trade on December the 31st. Okay, it's a strangle. Okay, so I hadn't got it fixed yet where it'll pull up strangles. I just got it where it'll do one leg. So let's see what that strangle is pricing at. If we were to close it, just make sure I've just got the one strangle. Yep. Shorter call, shorter put. If we were to right click on silver, create closing order, and we bought that thing at 43 cents. Let's type in 0.43 for current day price right here. 0.43. Portfolio management is not sexy, y'all, but this is what makes you money, making these decisions, going through this decision-making process. So it says here, after commissions and everything, Bobby, you are up 42%. You could close it for 30%. You could close it because it's at 40%. And let's go over and see if, y'all, it's telling me, hey, dummy, close this position because it's at an optimum closing place. You've been in this trade 12 days. And based on the profit you've already got in only 12 days, you got 38 days left. It's saying, Bobby, it is an ideal time for you to close that trade. Well, I say to myself, I got some more premium to sell. Let's ring the register. Let's ring it, y'all. Let's close that baby. Let's see if we can close it at 43. I'm going to try to close it at 42 just to see what happens because I'm greedy. We're not going to get anything, are we? That's fine. So let's change it. Cancel, replace. Right click. Move it up to 43. See if we can get out of that for 43 cents. And bingo! I think it did it. Hold on. I felt a vibration. Oh, dang it. It didn't. That was just the cancel. Let's see if we go up to 44. I don't want to penny this thing too much. 44, if we don't fill here, baby, I ain't doing it. We'll wait till, there we go. So we filled at 44 cents. Go in. Now you're going to type this thing as 44 cents. Yep. 0.44 is your current day price. That's your closing price, right? And we go over here. What day did we exit? We exited on the 12th. It's going to make our statistics look so good. 1/12/21. Let's see here. And we got $30.80 on that. What closing technique did you use? We used the Tasty Trade Optimum Close. If you make this amount of percentage in X number of days, it's wise for you to close it. Check this out. It says that right now, based on just our equities that we've traded in ETFs this year, we are on track to make $12,000, y'all. I mean, we're doing high probability trades. Can you tell? Look at the green. Look at the red. That's what we do. High probability trades. So all you're doing in this management is taking them off and putting them back on and just over and over and over. Make that green. Now when we go back to our little tab, let's see, go back to our weekly premium, check it out. Now we brought in $150. So our total profits now have gone all the way up to $684. Looking at an 81.41% return over the next year. Boy, is that pretty. Gosh, is that pretty. Who designed this dang spreadsheet, man? They're like a genius. No, I'm just joking. But it does do awesome, awesome things, y'all. So now, what's my buying power now? Sold that puppy. Oh, this is so boring. It's just dang boring stuff you ever do. Yep. Making money is boring. Not. I love this stuff. So now we're using $15,000 of buying power. Make sure the silver came off. I don't see silver anymore, do y'all? There it is. Yep, using zero buying power. So $15,000 in buying power. Let's go back to our spreadsheet. We go back to the Greeks and ratios. Oh man, I had to hit the save button, didn't I? Go back to the Greeks and ratios. Dang We'll have to sing the Alex Trebek Jeopardy thing. Here we go. So what were we at? We're at 15,000 now, right? Even 15,000. So now I am at 34%. See, I just easing things up. So now, what was that other position we closed and we wanted to take a look at? XL, what did I close? XLK, wasn't it? Yeah, XLK. Well, we closed that one for a profit. Why would you go back and put another trade in it? Well, let's look and see what it looks like. I imagine I've already drawn the lines.
Hey, Bobby.
Uh-huh.
So do you close the MES trades about the same time with the same percentage for, say, the equity trades? You close it at 40%, 50%. When do you close your MES?
Yeah, that's another one I probably could close. Let's see what we're looking at. My MES trade. Yes, the next one on the board, isn't it? You know, it's up $9 today. It's up 36%. You know, I'd like to keep that until 50%. Let's see how many days I've got left in that trade. I got 38 days in that trade, you know. So, yeah, I mean, but you're right. I'm just going down the P&L percentages and close them. I mean, if I had to close another one to make space, that's my next one. That's where I'm going.
So you don't really treat MES any different than anything else?
No, it's just treated just like everything else. Now,
Thank you.
sometimes I get scared out of those positions a little bit because, I don't know, I'm watching the E-minis and seeing, oh gosh, I think it's going to go down. And I don't want a green trade that's got me a nice $50 profit in it to go negative, right? But, yeah, that's the play. That's the play to do this. And then I should be selling another one of those today. But I'm hoping.
Yeah, so if Beth is trading those, let's just say Beth is trading every day, basically you would have many positions on MES and you just trade them as they go into profit.
Yeah, trade them as you go into profit. And see, that's the great thing, Rick, is that you're laddering into those things. If you're putting on that trade every day, you're catching it wherever price is. And the way that I wrote that for Beth when she does it, after my untimely demise, is I said, Beth, here's the best way for me to tell you. Don't look at it going down or up. I want you to sell at 10:30 in the morning. That's Eastern time. I want you to sell at 12:30 and 2:30, 3 times a day. And you do it enough to get your daily $341 a premium. So theoretically, at 10:30, you should get $100 and $15 a premium here. You should get $115 here. You should get $115 there, and you're done, Beth. That's your day. And then that's exactly what she does. She goes in and manages those. What if one of them goes to a 50% loser? Close it, right? That's what we were going to do on this program. If it got down to a 50% loser, close it. Well, what do? Then you throw it out again. You just roll it out. You're rolling it technically, but you're closing the losing trade, not letting it go too far against you, and just rolling that into the future and just doing your 10:30, 12:30, and 2:30 trade. So, Rick, if that's all you want to trade, I believe I built you something that will help you.
It looks good. It looks good.
You ain't got to do the green monster. You ain't got to draw nothing and look at just sell the premium and manage the trades. That's all we're doing. I mean, it's really, y'all, it's a simple little concept. I hope y'all are kind of getting this. We're selling premium. We're putting odds in our favor, and man, we're raking this stuff in. I mean, it's really a beautiful, beautiful thing. So what were we talking about? XL, what was it, K? Do I want to put another trade in XLK? Let's check it out. XLK. All right. Now, what am I seeing with XLK? Let me right click on this and make sure that's November for December. Dang it, we're going to have to draw a big red monster. A big green monster. Let's do it, y'all. XLK. So I'm going to remove this one. Remove. We're going to go back to our monkey bars. Let's do a little drawing. XLK. All right, we're on the daily, so I'll do it quickly, but I do talk because it's the teacher that's in me. Draw from the low to the high. Right click, edit. Make sure you've got your cursor over here so you can get the high and the low for the month of December. The high is 131.4. Boy, was I close. The low was 122.9. Close again. All right, now, what do you do next? We go to our little extension tool, and we draw from the 50% line, this little line here, to the middle of the green line. Do another click there, and we draw down to the 100. Right there. Now what do? Well, we're going to move this 100 line down to the 200 line. So we pull it, the 100 down to the 200. It doesn't take long, right? And when you're doing it at home, you won't be talking to somebody, or if you're talking to your husband or wife about it, you know, I mean, they're going to get bored easily. They're not geeks like us. So then we're going to bring the 0 line down to the top of that little red line. So let's do that. Bring the 0 down till it sits right on top of that. Hit the escape key. We're finished with this little one here, so we remove it. Then we name this one. We use December price action for January, and then we change it to the big green monster. Beautiful. Now we go back to volume profile. What do we look at? Now we got us something. Look at this, y'all. XLK. Let me get my little drawer, because I know y'all like me drawing on this. Let's look at volume profile first. This is showing volume, the amount of volume at each of these prices, right? Where was volume heaviest? 129.77. Look at that red line. Man, that's where the volume is traded. That's where the big dogs is trading this technology ETF. Then we've got one standard deviation below. That's the yellow line. I think they call that a value area low. One standard deviation above to that yellow line, a value area high. Where is price? Price is here. What do I think about price? Well, let's look at market profile. Market profile is the fair price is here. It's the but that we draw. And there's another line up here you can't see, but that is fair value. That's where the amount of time has been spent on this particular ETF. This is where we expect the fair value of price to be. What is this? Well, that's below fair value, so this is where price has been oversold. And it looks like XLK knew on a 30-minute chart that I was drawing this today because it said, watch this, guys. Let's go down into that oversold area. Let's go down. And then it said, hey, wait a minute. That big fat slob Bobby is going to come over here and he's going to draw a big green monster. And he's going to tell everybody in class that it's oversold. So we better get our butts back in gear and we better get back into this fair value range. And that's exactly what it did, right? Where's price going? Probably back here. And then it very well, and it could go back down here, who knows? But then it may pop up here. But I bet you at some point we're going to see it go back to that 50% line right there. How about that? So, look, XLK is down today, 0.63. I had sold a call on the booger. That's what I just closed right a while ago. I may be ready to sell a put on it. Let's go to one more thing. Where do we go? We go to Trading View. Let me find Trading View. Here we go. Pull it out there. And we're going to go XLK. XLK. Look at this, y'all. This is the daily chart. Little linear regression lines there. What is this thing doing? It's going up. It is going up. It don't take us, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to see. We are going up, baby. Now, price may go here and go down here and up here and make a W And those of y'all into charting and all kind of stuff, you might say, well, it's going back down here and then it's going to go back up. I don't know, but I do know this. This puppy is in an upward channel. And Sweet Bobby, just closed a 43% winner, wasn't it, by selling a call on something that's going up. Well, that was dumb. Well, we made 43%, but now I'm kind of saying, it's a down day today. I got a little bit of buying power left. Heck, I may just sell a put today because it's going from oversold, going back into this area here. So why don't we do it? Let's don't just talk. My gosh, let's make a trade. XLK. All right, where are we going? Well, let's see. I like seeing where the implied volatility is the heaviest, 24 there. And all IV is on this side, guys, is just, all this is the expected move, right, by the implied volatility. So in 3 days, this thing has a 24% implied volatility. It's expected to move up or down $2.50 in 3 days, But I like to kind of go where this is the highest. So I could go 10 days and it goes up to 25%. I like that. I can go up to 24 days, or 17 days. It goes up to 29%. Oh, look at this. We can even go out to 24 days and it goes up just a tad. And it stays the same when you go out to 31 and then it starts going down. See that? 29 and then 28 and 28. High up here, but that's 66 days out. I really don't like going on most things more than 60 days. So where am I going? Well, let's see if we got good bid-ask spreads at this high one here, 29.16. If I can pull my little cursor over, that's a 31-day trade. Oh my gosh. Is this for real? I can get this kind of premium on these things? Wow. Well, let's see. 245. Where do I want to go? And that's another decision you got to make, right? Where do you want to go? Well, I kind of like between the 16s and the 30s. 16s and the 30s. Let's see if we can find a point of resistance on our chart. And again, I ain't a big old charter, but I do see, let's draw this. Y'all do see this, right? That was a little important point. So let's draw a little point from there over to here, see if we can kind of do us a little support and resistance. And don't laugh at me, I am not a chartist, but I'm going to draw me a little straight line there. All right, kind of a support and resistance line. And see what I see. Where's that at? That's at about 104, right? So you got to figure, man, price is going to be above that easy. All right? Then I see another little thing here. Let me draw another one. Don't laugh at me. I'm not a chartist. I'm just eyeballing some levels here. Just eyeball that. No specific little stuff here. But look, that kind of looks like a little bit of support, doesn't it? Sure does. It popped it there, comes up, pops it there twice. May pop it again. Where is that level? Well, that's at 109, right? Then I think, hey man, it may not pop much under this regression channel going up, and that's about at 120. So then you go back and you start looking and thinking, where can I put something where I could, man, 120 is probably not going to go below that, right? That's a 23, it's a 21 delta, 23 probability. Man, I can bring in $148. My God, man. Are we the greatest thing since sliced bread or what? All right, so let's look at this one. Let's see if I sold that 23% probability. I'm bringing in $148. Let's do confirm and send. And it's only costing me $1679.75. Okay, unless y'all are bored, let's do something real quick, okay? Gosh, have we been going an hour already? I don't want to keep y'all long. If you have to catch the recording, that's fine. Why don't we do something neat? Let's build onto our spreadsheet. Why don't I just go out here? You can do the same thing. Take your spreadsheet, right click, go insert, and let's insert a worksheet. Okay, Let's make it even bigger than it is. I just want to show you something. And let's call this, oh heavens, let's call it, let's say ROC, return on capital. We'll know what that means, ROC. And let's just build a little formula calculator so that we can test this thing, okay? So let's see if we can make this look a little good. Let's say we do premium. Let's do buying power. And you can type this in anywhere on your spreadsheet, or you can use an existing page. Premium, buying power, what else do we need? DTE, okay? So, let's just build this really quick. Like, how much premium are we collecting on that trade? This is a great, great learning experience for you guys. We're bringing in 147.45. So let's go back to our spreadsheet. We know the premium is 147.45. Let's make these two into, right click on them, and let's go format sales. Let's make it currency. Isn't that where I know? Yeah, here we go. Currency 2. Yep, and I can share this with you after I finish if you're not doing it along with me. All right, so we're getting 147.45. What's the buying power that it takes us to put that trade on? So we're going to do a return on capital. It says that my buying power effect would be 1679.75. Go back, 1679.75, right? DTE, what was that DTE? It was 31, right? 31 days to expiration. So let's go back, put that in there. 31 days to expiration. Now here's where it gets embarrassing if I can't remember what we're going to do here, right? So now let's take the premium and divide it by the buying power to see what the return is, right? So we're going to go, we'll just say this is our raw return. That just sounds good, our RR. So that would be, put a formula here, not to scare anybody off doing Excel formulas, equals, we're going to take this and we're going to divide it by that, right? And so that gives us a raw return of 8.7%, which is pretty darn good. So why don't we make this, right click, format sales, and we'll make this into a percentage. So that looks nice and sweet. Okay, so that's an 8.78% return. You can't make that on a CD, baby. But let's even go further, okay? What if we take this return and we make it a return per day, right? So let's call this return per day. So that would be, the formula for this one would be to take this and divide it by our number of days so we can find out our daily return. So let's do that. We'll go equal sign to tell it it's a formula, and we'll go this, do our little divided signs by our number of days in the trade, and go shabonk, shabonk. All right, so that tells us our daily amount, right? So now, by finding your return per day, we can annualize this puppy and make this into an annual return, which is kind of cool. So if we know this is the amount that we're making per day, and we want to make that into an annual, then all we got to do is put another formula here that goes equals this amount times 365. All right, so let's format the cell. Let's go percentage. Bum-bum-bum. And it looks good to like bold that, doesn't it? Let's bold that. Oh man, let's make this whole thing a table. Insert a table, just a simple little table. Insert table, there she is. My table has headers, not really. All right, let's see what that looks like. Oh man, look at us now. I mean, we have come up with something groovy. I'll delete that. So now we know that this little trade that we're about to put on is bringing in $147, and it's using $1,679 buying power. That's giving us a raw return on just, this trade of 8.78. If you annualize that return over 365 days, that's 103%, baby. Is that greater than the 50% that we want? Oh, heck to the yeah. So what did we do? We did a wonderful little analysis on this trade, and I'm greedy. So I'm going to go up from the net price. I'm going to go to the 154 to see if I get filled. Confirm and send. Fill me! Bingo, baby. Bingo! We did even better than we thought, right? The return's going to be better than we thought. So we sold XLK for $1.54. And I promise I'm about to let y'all go because I know y'all got other stuff to do. Matt's still working at his office trying to convince the boss that he's slaving away. So let's open our little spreadsheet now. Let's go back to our equities. You and I made an XLK trade. Bobby, I can't sell something naked in my account. Can you sell a spread? Okay, yeah, I can do that. Then sell a spread. Get 1/3 the width of the strikes, right? So my order was XLK. We sold the 120 put, 120, put a P there. I'll go and get that little booger so we know, there we go, copy. I'll paste that into our spreadsheet there. That's a short put. What delta was it? Wasn't it about the 23? What was the DTE on that puppy? 31. How did we decide? We went through the implied volatilities. We picked the one that was highest. Entered that trade on the 12th. 112.21. How much did we get for it? We got price. We went to 154 for the price. 154. It'll calculate exactly what I brought in. There it is, 153.45. So then you go to your weekly premium, and guess what? Now I'm down to only $122 remaining to be sold today. And then you go through the process again, entering your, and you don't have to do your Greeks but once a day. I mean, you don't have to do it 3 or 4 times like I've been doing. I've just been doing it to show you what the adjustments are in the account, to show you what an adjustment does and my decision-making process. Because here's what you're going to get out of spending a year or 2 with me. You are going to get not just trade management, you're going to get portfolio management. You and I will manage the entire portfolio, okay? Any questions before I kick off? This has been a great, great, great discussion. Anyone got anything at all? Now is your time. So you want to put the XLK in, do a spread. Let me show you that real quick. Like, I don't want to leave you hanging, right? So you can go over here. You can go spread, turn it into a vertical. You're on XLK. They're 50 cent wide there. I would not do a 50 cent wide spread. So I would go back to spread, go down to deep and wide, go to 1 month by 2 strike vertical. See if that widens it to $1. Indeed it does. So see where I'm at. I'm way down here, right, somewhere. You could be, look at that weird pricing. Could you really get 54 cents there and only 19 here? Oh, that's 3 wide, no wonder. Make sure the width of the strike. So we're going to get about what? These are $1 wide, so you want to collect about 33 cents. That's 30 going at the mid. Move up a little bit. What's that one going for? 32. There you go. So you got the 126.5 by 125.5. Bingo. The natural's 22. So, I mean, you're doing a spread. So you might have to, price discover yourself a little bit here. But there's no reason you can't, anybody in this room couldn't follow me on that same trade using the same logic. And all we're doing is selling premium, bringing it in, harvesting about 20%, 25% of it, and moving on to the next trade. All right? Hey, I'm making more money, I think, since the last time I was here. So this is good. So you guys have a great rest of your day. I appreciate all your prayers and thoughts for my daughter. I mean, it's just been outpouring. It's very good. It's just a minor surgery. She'll have it done next Thursday. She'll be fine. And I love all of you. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye, y'all.